Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we embark on a crucial journey to explore the profound topic of understanding Islamic rules of war. In times of conflict, it becomes essential to uphold the principles of just conduct and human treatment, which are deeply rooted in Islamic teachings. So, let's delve into the historical context, core principles, and conduct of war according to Islam. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Let's get started. Segment I: Historical context of Islamic rules of war. To understand the principles of Islamic rules of war, it is crucial to delve into its historical context. During the time of the Prophet Muhammad and the early Islamic period, these principles emerged to ensure the protection of human rights and humane treatment during conflicts. Segment 2: Sources of Islamic rules of war. The foundation of Islamic rules of war lies in the Quran and the Hadith, the sayings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Quran emphasizes the importance of just conduct and the avoidance of harming non-combatants, while the Hadith provides further guidance on treating prisoners of war with respect and care. Segment 3: Core principles of Islamic rules of war. Islam upholds several core principles in times of war, emphasizing justice, restraint, and responsibility. The overarching principle of just conduct prohibits aggression against civilians and ensures proportionality in the use of force. Additionally, Islamic rules of war promote avoiding excessive harm to the environment, animals, and infrastructure during conflicts, highlighting the importance of preserving life and resources. Treating prisoners of war with compassion and dignity is another critical aspect of Islamic teachings during wartime, demonstrating the mercy and compassion Islam encourages, even in the most challenging circumstances. Segment 4: Declaration and conduct of war. Islam outlines a clear process for declaring war, stressing the importance of pursuing peaceful resolutions before resorting to military action. This is an essential aspect of Islamic ethics, encouraging dialogue and understanding as a means to resolve conflicts. During war, Islamic teachings expect Muslim soldiers to adhere to a strict code of conduct, prohibiting violence against non-combatants and emphasizing respect for religious sites and symbols. Segment V: Aftermath of war. The aftermath of war in Islam focuses on reconciliation, forgiveness, and reconstruction. These teachings underscore the responsibility to provide aid and assistance to those affected by conflict, including widows, orphans, and displaced individuals. In Islamic tradition, there are several principles and guidelines that govern the conduct of war. These principles aim to ensure fairness, justice, and ethical conduct during armed conflicts. Here are 10 essential aspects of Islamic warfare. 1. Declaration of war. Islamic law, Sharia, requires a clear and unambiguous declaration of war before engaging in armed conflict. This declaration should provide the enemy with an opportunity to prepare and respond. 2. Prohibition of targeting non-combatants. The deliberate killing of civilians, women, children, the elderly, and non-combatants is strictly forbidden in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad emphasized the protection of non-combatants during wartime. 3. Protection of prisoners of war. Captured enemy combatants are to be treated with dignity and respect. They should not be tortured, harmed, or subjected to inhumane treatment. Islam encourages their humane treatment and the possibility of their release under certain conditions. 4. Prohibition of destroying infrastructure. Islam prohibits the destruction of civilian infrastructure, such as homes, schools, hospitals, places of worship, and agricultural fields during war. 5. Ethical conduct on the battlefield. Islamic law dictates that Muslims must adhere to a strict code of conduct during combat. This includes refraining from acts such as mutilation, disrespecting the dead, or using excessive force. 6. Protection of religious institutions. Places of worship, regardless of the religion they belong to, are considered sacred and must be protected from any form of desecration or harm during war. 7. Respect for truces and treaties. Muslims are required to honor truces, ceasefires, and treaties made with the enemy, as long as the enemy also abides by the agreements. 8. Use of proportional force. The use of force should be proportional to the threat faced by the Muslim forces. Excessive or indiscriminate violence is not permitted. 9. Right to self-defense. Islam recognizes the right to self-defense when attacked or threatened. Muslims are allowed to defend themselves, their communities, and their lands. 10. Avoiding environmental damage. Islamic principles encourage Muslims to avoid causing unnecessary harm to the environment during times of war. It is important to note that while these principles provide a framework for ethical conduct during wartime, historical and contemporary events might not always reflect these ideals. Just like in any other religious or ethical tradition, the practice may vary based on individual interpretations, cultural factors, and political considerations. Sincere and thoughtful, as we conclude our journey through the Islamic rules of war, we find that these principles are a beacon of light in times of darkness. They embody the values of justice, mercy, and humanity, in line with the core teachings of Islam. Embracing these principles not only ensures a just and compassionate approach to conflict, but also paves the way for lasting peace and harmony. Thank you all for joining us today. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And remember, together, we can foster understanding and compassion, making the world a better place for everyone. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.